Hey, good morning, guys. A great morning to all who tuned into Guyanese Critic Morning Live. Do you feel some days like you just can't deal with the world? Do you have that experience sometimes? It could be very frustrating. Rohan, a good morning. Shireen, good morning. Shari, Tulsi Ram, a great morning to you. You ever feel down? You don't feel depressed? You ever wake up in the morning and the news is just depressing? I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. It's just hard for me sometimes. I don't know if you have that experience. Today's one. Not tired, buddy. Not tired. It's just depressing. Or maybe I'm just hungry. Thanks, bro. So, yeah. Chan, good morning. Jaya, good morning. Yeah. So I'm telling you, I saw a video. I actually saw, I wake up to calls this morning. Some police guy is calling as name, implicating him in something. So I'm trying to get any information that I could get because last night I sleeping and he making a live video. So I'm trying to get information. I'm trying to get the video because it has to be addressed. I live my life a certain way, and that is what I expect for everybody around me. Right? My life is an open book. So that issue will be addressed. I might be doing a live tonight. I've been reaching out to Exxon for answers because some things are being put out there. And I think the Guyanese people deserve answers. I don't think Exxon talks enough. Exxon has to start putting information out there that will enlighten Guyanese as to where they're going, how we'll benefit, and all this. It's a massive cooperation. What's going on? How all the information that we're getting only comes from Glenn Lal and what Glenn Lal says. That in most cases come with a bias. And the people who Glenn Lal give a voice to. Are you an oil expert? Come. I'll give you a program. Tell Guyanese. Guyanese will call you and ask you. Right? Somebody's asking how I am, Crystal. Crystal bless. I am not in the mood today. I'm just, you can't see it, but I'm down. I'm feeling haggard. I don't know if it's the kind of news I get, the kind of videos I'm watching. I want to show you this. This happened somewhere on Stabrook Market. Right? I want to show you this. So this happened on Stabrook Market. And why are we such animals? Who really are we? Where are we going as a society? Now I want you to watch the video, then we'll go over and have a discussion.
Ready? Toby. Smiley. I'm on Smiley.
So this woman, I don't know of her age. She looks young. Maybe early 30s, late 20s. This happened in Stabrook Market area. Or a market area. Stabrook Market area. Stabrook Market is in the background. Look over the car trunk. Look there. There's the Stabrook Market there. Yeah, where the bread stands is B. So, I'm looking at this young lady. And she walk up to a bread stand. Obviously something is wrong. Something is not right here. This is also has to be a mother. If you look at her waistline, most of the fat building that women have that comes around their waistline is as a result of them giving birth. It is as a result of them giving birth. So she would have given birth to children. So she's also a mother. She seems to be afflicted by some form of mental illness. I don't know if it is it's been so for a lengthy period. I don't know if it's just a short breakdown. There's a lot I don't know. But I know what I'm seeing. And I ask myself why. If this is how someone is treated, who picks up a bread, tears it open, actions show that she's obviously hungry and has some sort of a mental issue. To have two men beat her. Now, to be fair to all sides, in the midst of anger, things happen. And because of the life, if you look at the people around the market, the way they live their life and the struggle that they continue to go through, they don't take things lightly, small things. You would hear in the ghetto people killing people for $20. You understand? It's ghetto-like thing. It's nothing unusual in the ghetto. You know, under these hardships and the struggle, that's how they live. You understand? As much as there are other times where there's stories of love. And everywhere where human beings are, there are those stories. This is not one of them. A young lady who is obviously mentally ill, was assaulted, brutalized. Now, I tell you, nobody beat you just. You should go up to somebody's stand, pick up a bread, and obviously she's known because people are calling her name. Right? A sad situation. Let's look at it again.
Ready?
So, she's approached by one individual. This make I remember when Brian Max backs out the food, a box of food out of my hand. It's sad when we are part of a society that doesn't know how to treat each other. You know, these are the things that I wish black leaders would look at. Leaders in general. But this is happening a lot in certain communities. And if only these people could be preached to, only if help could be sought for these people. And in this case, everybody here needs help. The young men need help in understanding how you treat women under no circumstances. And this, worse than all, is a woman in right in she head. She approaches somebody, it's that stupid thing she did. But we have to start caring more. And in this day and age, you would want to think with our actions, we've been in the metaverse for a long time. We've been in an unreal circumstance for a long time. Now again, you would be looking at this at one case. She might have done this before. She might have damaged other things. The individual beating her might owe money for those things. The individuals who beating her might be hardworking. They don't steal. They just concentrate on what they do and sell the bread. Nonetheless, people have to know how to treat each other. And I end up in these circumstances constantly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. That Starbuck Market area, they need to clean up. The whole area, they need to clean up. That's a shanty town and just open for problems. Just need to clean up. That's my take on that.
I hear you, brother.
Starbuck Market. It's a shanty town from Water Street all the way to wherever they.
I hear you, brother.
Something with it.
No. The problem is, this is happening. Imagine being in a society where two young men do not understand the role they play in society. They don't know where they fit in. Something goes wrong. Two individuals chose not to use restraint and common sense. Because if everybody is to be held accountable here, she will most likely be charged for simple larceny, which suggests stealing a small amount of thing like that, that the magistrate will take consideration in whatever mental affliction she has and likely forgive her. The other two parties will be charged with assault. But what's the lesson? That's for the courts. What's the lesson here to learn? Now, say in beating her, say in her falling, she was pregnant and lost a child. Say in beating her, she would have gotten injuries. How much is the bread worth? How much is the act of stealing worth? How much does she pay? Do we know how she is the way she is today? Can we say, who has made her that way? Is it as a result of someone breaking up her home? Is it as a result of someone breaking her heart? Is it as a result of her own doing, drinking, sporting, living a lavish life? What's her problem? How can we help? How can we help? What is the problem? You don't judge. What happens? We're not here to judge. We're here to assess the situation. And we'll assess all the possible causes for something like this. We'll give everybody an opportunity, although they're not present here today. There is a video we're looking at. And you look at things from different perspectives. Now, outside of what she did, women are to be treated a certain way. Always. Women are to be loved and protected. In this case, whatever is her issue is not the concern. The concern is, what is it worth? How much is a bread worth? She stole a bread. Let's not forgive her. Let's penalize her for that. She stole a bread. Or we're not forgiving her, we're going to penalize her for that. But what is it worth? What is it worth? How much anger should be met out towards someone for a $200 bread? That is the thing. And if you do not have the capacity in weighing that, in knowing how much licks for how much bread, you should not be meting out licks to anybody. You understand? Look at this. So she goes to the bread stand. She picks up a bread. And look what she's doing. She's hungry. That there is a light metal alloy. The white thing in the young man's hand is the umbrella, the part of the umbrella that goes into the ground. Now we drink Guinness. And we're talking about this unique circumstances. These youngsters out there. We drink Guinness. We smoke dope. We wear Nike boots. We dress up. We play video game. How do you work for you things then? You work for it, buddy. You work for it. You deserve it, okay? Hello, good morning.
Mr. Critic, good morning, sir. I plow that market area every night after work, sir, and people get robbed there, and none of these same little boys is beating that woman there.
Don't stand up for the people that get robbed.
Hello?
They don't stand up for the people that get robbed. I've never seen a thief man been attacked by the Stabrook Market vendors like that.
Exactly, sir. I be out there one night. I came up at work 12:30 and saw two of them. You see those stands they have? They're right there, those thief men, but no one left a finger to help this guy. If you see how to beat this guy, he was blocked out on the ground for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and none of them. Those same two one that beat the lady, they'll be right out there. Something really needs to be done about people that is being robbed at night out there, and the police outpost is right there. No one put a finger. That's all I have to say, sir.
Nobody, whether black, Indian, Amerindian, under no circumstances, and this is for those if they lash in share and kill she for bread. A man get his throat slit in New Amsterdam. Rastaman throat bust $200 the gambling. In this world, in the ideal world, nothing is void of politics. Even yesterday, and I'm thankful for Christopher Jones for clarifying when the staff, it's funny. I don't know if irony is the way to refer to it. But the day before, the staff had the classes going on, of which I sought a method or continue to seek a method to give back. And the staff realized the chroma key, the green screen behind, is being affected. And kids are coming for the lessons. They're going to wear green and they're going to wear yellow, and they can turn invisible. And so they sent a message that no green and yellow. Tell the teachers. It so happened it might have been shared in a group, and that information was put out there. Then it was on Christopher Jones's page. I care not to jump on it because I called and spoke to him myself, and he was fully well aware of. He learned of the mistake, but nonetheless, the original intention, direction was one, a political one, and I am looking at these small things. Green and yellow was a problem yesterday. I'm wondering if the leaders who fight for these people, if they see these issues, because I can tell you, no millions of dollars could solve this issue. If those young men had more money, they would have killed her because they have the same attitude. No amount of money could save what's happening there. So if we look at it from a political point of view, where does the opposition leader lie with attitudes like this? Somebody brought it to my attention. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, critics. Concerning the same girl that get assault, you know that land, they try to covet that land from that child at 18 years old that don't have nowhere to go. They sold her the famine. You understand? That she must come off the land. When they said they're trying to fight for this land, for the children, them, not knowing they're fighting for it for themselves. You understand? And I need you to look into it. Where 18-year-old gonna go at this time? You understand?
Well, I spoke to her yesterday. Yesterday. Yes, I spoke to her yesterday. She was here yesterday. I had a lengthy conversation with her. I called the Ministry of Social Protection. They then returned the call to her and the people who were taking care of her at this time. I have advised them to go to the Lenore police station and make a formal report, because I've heard a story, and it was really, really hard yesterday for me hearing a story of a woman telling a young girl to go in the room with her father, having different young girls going in the room with this old man.
Wow.
So it was difficult for me, but I am working on it. I
really, really respect you to do that. And it having so many more children, you should really get a program specially. You understand? Because all this talk show program, them I think you put out listening to this here politics, and there is so many children out there, it's hurting. You understand? And you should really try to get a program specially for these children that is abused.
I hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. How are you this morning?
Not so well, my brother. How can I help you?
I want to raise a few main points, right? Concerning, you are the people of Guyana, right? We have great concern.
Why are you speaking so muffled? What is your fucking problem?
And that's just me clearly.
What is your problem? Why are you speaking so muffled? What is your problem?
Okay, the problem is because as citizens,
Yes, sweetheart.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry about
Yes,
that.
thank you. Thank you so much for your good work that you're doing. You understand? I will encourage you to have a program, especially, for these needy children and people who have abused these children. You understand? There was a lot of abused children out there. There's like the children that committing suicide and all of that. They're walking around with so much hurt. You understand? And authority not looking into it, and people got to be careful. You understand? The welfare officers have to be careful with who. You understand? They have to as fast model for these children because they could come out from one abusive home into a next one. You understand?
I hear you, ma'am.
It's so sad. The story is so sad. It's so touching.
I hear you.
Now to now to know she don't have nowhere to go. You understand? The only thing she have is she father land where she build a little zinc hole house fund, and now they want her to move from the land.
You know that her father is her grandfather.
All of that I get to understand. You understand? If the father used to be living with the girl grandmother, and the children and mother that
I can relay back the story. Don't worry. We talk. I depend it. Don't lose sleep. I depend it.
I know the story touched you, critics. I know it touched you.
It is upsetting, I have boys. I have boys, sons who have not had those experiences or not anything close to it. These are young, strong boys. I protected my boys. I'm asking myself, how could people not protect the girls? But it's the world we living in. Because girls trying to be like boys, boys trying to be like girls. It's one fudged up place we in. I hear we talk. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
morning.
How can I help you?
Oh, I was just listening to your live, and I am very, very upset hearing about the little girl or girls, and it's really touching indeed. But
So,
I honestly can say the police is no good. Because if the children go to make a report, like I was following the boys and Barbies. Now, I'm not blaming anybody because the investigation is still going on who is the culprit. The children would not have any faith in no system of getting help anywhere. And it's really heart-wrenching.
I hear you, ma'am. I'm hoping with our continued banging at the authority, something will change. I hear you. Now, let me
the ministers are working so hard, and I really feel it for them because it's not their fault. They put people in place to assist.
Well, the honest truth is, ma'am,
help from the bottom.
I beg to differ because in my case, this morning I've called somebody and asked them to come over and help me with reorganizing my operation at TBN because I am, a great storyteller. People would consider me to be a good journalist and all these things. But when it comes to managing and organizing this place, I haven't done well with that. I think I can do better, or I think better can be done. So what you do, you hire people who could do the job. So when you're saying the ministers try and the higher people, if you can't make it, push up, buddy. I ain't seen no minister hollering, watch me. I failing here, and I ain't seen they getting rid of people. I ain't seen they deciding and saying, here, I'm failing here, I can't make it, I'll move on. I'll retire.
I understand. We are all humans. We err somewhere. We all err somewhere. We all make mistakes. We are not perfect.
But ma'am, we can't afford this in this area. We can make mistakes when it comes to sports. We could make mistakes when it comes to many things. But where our kids are being violated, let me tell you a story. And I'll cut you off and let me tell you what happened, what the girl told me yesterday. Because I really wanted in a back and forth discussion. So the young lady came yesterday with some other individuals who were like foster parents to her. And she is the product of an incestuous relationship. Her grandfather is also her father. So a man takes a woman that has a mentally ill daughter. So it's a stepdaughter. He sex the stepdaughter. And he make 3 kids with she. So this child, 3 girls, are brought forth by an incestuous relationship. If you know, incest is family forging family. That's what incest is. Right? A lot of time when you see them Mongols and that kind of thing, it's when brother and sister come together and so. You understand? It causes certain genetic deformities in a lot of cases. You say, oh God, your course is no. Family sex in family is incest. Right? So, this, as somebody get up well, put well, nasty old swine, sex, who partially disabled by the way, like the lady little dumb or something, section get 3 children with she. Now, when the people say the story goes that when the girl is the man is asking, man, how you going to sex you on that? He said, me sex, she just sit down on me lap. And poof, she barely pop like it's popcorn. You understand? He's a microwave and she's the bag of popcorn. So, this nasty old swine make 3 children with his stepdaughter. Still there with the big one we there with. So they live in a poor environment and so. The man dead. The man come dead now. Right? Some other uncle, the girl them start grow big. Them full eye. Uncle come now. People who supposed to be the girl from inside that take care of them. The lady where they going for take care by the house, she father come. And say, the girl say, one night, when another girl is going in the room, one night she's going in the room. So the old swine, not a pervert in the family, tell the girl how he can just rub he thing up top of she. He not gonna enter. Can you imagine I sit down listening to a young lady having to go through the, just telling me, here was the hurtful part. The young lady made a report to Child Protection. Child Protection investigated. So Child Protection can't divulge information. Let me tell you the extent of our conversation. Child protection team, they can't divulge information, but an ongoing investigation has commenced based on the report received. Now, based on the report received, one child has been assaulted. Another child, again, them ain't go police. Them ain't go to the police. Hold on, let me answer this girl. Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, brother.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Are you still on the live, sir?
Yes, I am on the live. You're on air.
Okay, good morning, Critic. I think you should know me. I'm one of your followers. I actually watch your live every morning. I watch your programs. And
Thanks for that support.
So far, you are doing a very good job.
I try my best,
but this
brother.
morning, as a young lady highlighted this issue, well, it's very nice. Well, as I was saying, this morning, a young lady highlighted an issue whereby the system and the people who are, who are in government, they should give a program and look at the young people who are getting a little difficult time in getting certain things and getting a difficult time about living and getting along their lives. Whereby, why I'm saying this, there have a lot of people in this country do help out a lot of people. Yes, I understand that. But they are not coming to certain regions and they are not looking into certain things. Whereby
Would you be referring specifically to region 10 in your case?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, let me correct myself. Let me go straight to the point.
You should have done that. If you're watching me all the time, you should have done that for the start.
Just hear me out first. I'm not rich. I'm trying, and I'm 19 years, and I do have a job. Now, my job, my salary is about $15,000 a week. Whereby I'm saying, and I'm really glad if some minister or some government official is watching this live and listening to me right now. Where I'm saying, I don't know if the government cannot increase salaries of
Hey man, what we talk? Hey man, listen to me. The first thing is, you're young, and you know it's be straight with you. You could learn something from this. You're acting smart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now here I tell you, we talking about some serious shit. Right?
Yeah.
We talking about some shit. They got hundreds of people making living. Right? With this 50,000. No, straight up. One of my sons, he's got 15,000. One of my sons, them, he's got 15,000. He's got to make it do. You understand?
Yeah, I know.
So you ain't nobody special. Are you under no serious circumstances? Because outside of the government, if I want to raise heating, he could get a good blind. But he ain't getting nothing more than 50,000 because he ain't worth it. You got to work your way up to get it. You understand?
Yes, I know that, sir. I know that.
This same boy had a job in the oil sector. He fudged up. Now he down to 15,000. That's it. You understand? I know what's your problem, where you're going, but we got real issues here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they got people in new circumstances that have done extremely well, start in one place and go. What's your educational background? What's your job, the first thing?
Well, my job is I work at the beverage store.
Beautiful. No, don't go into the detail. You're working at a beverage store, right? Obviously, you're that supervisor position?
No, I'm like cashing. It's cashing alone.
All right. What's your educational background? We being honest, we gotta be fair because you gonna learn and people gonna learn from you. 19,
Yeah, sure.
starting out here now. What's your educational background? You get all A's, 7 subjects?
No. I didn't get the chance to write CFC.
Bam!
My parents.
Well, here now.
Parents, they had.
Me drop out of school too. Me beat out at 14.
Ah.
You understand? Go through hardships, not only as an individual, but even as a parent, I went through hardships. Life has always been hard for me. It's hard today. Financially, I'm at a better place, but having to deal with the issue, the job that I deal with, it's stressing me.
Yeah, well, Critic, listen. I know that you was like, embassy, you didn't really had your way up. And I watched back some of your programs, watched back some of the past where you go through, blah, 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 blah. I know people saying I integrated, he didn't went to this position. Now look at you at today.
No, but what I'm advising you, brother, sometimes you got to stop and assess the situation. Right?
I know.
Certain people, if we start giving people $200,000, we're just sitting down at the cash register. Nobody needs to work. Nobody needs to even get an education. Certain things don't cut it. Sign up for goal. The remedial courses, first thing, that's free. Remedial courses exist online. Finish up your CXC. You understand? There are people that I know personally that work at ministries. Right? They're working at ministry, got good job, got car, living the life, going for dinners. And suddenly you call them, I'm in a class. I can't talk to you now. I'm in a class. They ain't done in. I know two. My personal friend and his wife. A number of degrees. Lecturer at one of the universities. One is a government employee. Combined, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and still furthering their education. So this thing about government giving, now here was nobody paying attention to. And you have not been preview to the facts that would help you to understand where you are. Where is it coming from? Let's say they decide to give everybody $5,000 when the country is like a business. When it runs bankrupt, all the we go hungry instead of some we. You understand? Logic has to be applied. And nothing like furthering your education, forget up to another level. Because in the same organization, you start at the bottom, you understand.
A lot of my friends who finish school have CXC papers and cannot have a job.
I understand that.
Now, all right.
Are there friends that you have? Are there any of them who has been afforded a job?
Now, the Human Services Protection, the Minister...
No, man, hey, man, don't let me dodging all about the place. Let me stick on one thing. Do you have friends?
No.
Do you have friends who have been able to attain a job?
Yes. But a lot of...
Let's say in your class, how many students were in your class?
Pardon me?
How many friends you had in your class? How much students were in your class? I used to sit in a class of 30.
But honestly, I really can't remember, like 25 or 30.
Massive. So you get a job, you weren't in really firing. And would you average about 10 others struggling?
More than 10 others struggling.
How much get jobs and moving up? 5, 10?
So far, I only see like some of my friends I know, I see about a lot of 6 of them or a couple of them working.
Do you think...
Less. Listen, Critic, the cry is right now is that some of my friends do talk and say, you know what, I don't mind working, but I'm sick and tired of working for a little bit of money.
Yes, that is the problem. Here, I want you to stick on the point. That is the problem. It is the cry. Because the other side people, you know what they do? They don't have a cry. They got a saying, take where you get and wait for what you want. You understand? If all I be bringing a little bit in the house, we still got something. We moving going somewhere. You see, the term that you use has to be in you. It has to be a part of your discussion. The cry. Because it's a chatter, everybody calculating. While you're passing up a salary of $60,000, which would be of great help to your mother, because if you ain't working, the first thing is not that you don't only bring in money to the home. You are a minus because you're taking away from scarce financial resources that already scarce. So you're bringing in and you're taking out. That home can't build. Everybody. It's becoming a cultural thing. Single parent. I see a lady the other day, she's a single parent, a big old woman. Seems like she going through menopause and she's some single parent. When you stop taking care of woman, Mr. Mohammed, help me. A big hole in your woman. Yeah. Mr. Mohammed, please help me. I's a single parent. You understand?
The most, I might sound very disrespectful and wrong here. But
you say what you want to say, brother.
The people who make the most children is poor people. We all know that.
Nothing disrespectful about that. This is a matter of fact. I just want you to understand. I mightn't be here. I got issues, brother. And why so?
Hold on. But I cut here.
You cut, ma. You cut.
You know, in Region 10, I am a youth coming up. And the way how I do think, I do not think.
Hey, man, you should get into politics, buddy. Listen to me. Listen to me. Here, get into politics, brother. Get into politics. I know what I'm telling you. Get into politics. Bob and weave and bullshit and nice gaff and is a political thing. It don't get you outside of it. I tell you, there are spaces for that. You take me stupid advice. Politics.
You know,
always got people who talk with confidence about things they totally don't know about. Try it.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
So somebody say have a chat with you and need guidance. Hold on. Don't come off. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. How can I?
Critic. I'm just listening to your live here. I am so touched by the story of the three girls. So I'm kindly asking that you continue the story.
Let me complete that. Let me complete that. Yeah. Roger that. I'll get back to it right away.
Let the three girls get justice because it's really sadful for know that they have no parents and what they're going through. It's very touching and hurt. I'm a mother of three girls too. I didn't want nothing like that happen to them. So I'm such grateful and thank that you could continue.
I'll deal with it right away.
And let these girls have justice.
No worry. Remember, the issues coming. The issues are real. It's just that sometimes some are elevated more than some. I'm going to try to teach you young. Because here, you can't explain to me hardship. They don't work for me. You understand? I've been tested and proved. I've been forged by hardship. It's just what you're seeing. Like I strive to advise the opposition. I told Mr. David, I said, I don't really know how best to advise because I've never lost. I am a born winner. This is how I see me. I don't know how to explain to people how to lose. I can only explain how to win. So let me tell you. Lar, you gotta be tolerant. You gotta remember all these issues are real issues. If I wasn't genuine in my concern, I would have shut enough of them down. He has genuine issues. There's a young man who follows me. And the main fact that the gaffing though is that I too have erred in not giving him the right guidance. Because this cry thing don't work. I had to deal with a big man. He lose his job that day. He wants to be a leader. Right? And all he does is, put me for lead. No, it doesn't work like that. Leadership is a quality that one possess. And you come and people see it in your character, put he. You don't come and say, no, I know for do the work. Put me in a man for control them. No. You got come to the hierarchy and say, I control these people. Come boy, come. Talk to this man. And the man look at it, Leadership is a unique thing. I like my little friend there. He's seeing things. He want things. But he don't know how to get things. You understand? You don't get things by waking up and crying. No. And again, you can't vex with him. It's not his fault. He doesn't have the knowledge. Obviously, we're realizing, now you're watching me out there, we got to do more. Now, I've told my story many of times. But like how we talking about the hardship, I go on. You make a mistake, you got to learn from those mistakes. You got to walk your way up. You understand? You got to walk your way up. Me ain't giving out nothing free here. And me comfortable. You understand? Me comfortable. I can relate to what he's saying. Now we're talking about the 3 girls. So they are the product of an incestuous relationship. Where a man's sexy stepdad to get 3 children. Now they start turning big at the age of 7 and thing. Family will not pay no mind with them when they were younger. Bring them home. Take them over. One of the girls is told to go in the room and sleep with the big man. So somebody said they're living in Georgetown and working for $14,000 a week. Right? So,
Good morning, critics. I would like you to address an issue on the air for me. This wages are the raised.
yes. So, a woman telling a man, telling a little girl that you got 3 sisters there in this house. So one sister get out, she's 18 now. She was here yesterday, she spoke to me. Very upsetting. Now I don't have a daughter. But I do have a mother who, although we have problems, have shown me nothing but love. If not being loved, I wouldn't have been who I am today. You can't wake up and deal with this and deal with issues that continue to tear you down inside if you don't love what you do. I've grown up in a poor home, but I was loved and cared for. I was taught to love others. I was taught in a certain way how to treat pets. So I know the purpose of a woman, the care and affection that comes with a woman. I then went on to get married and once again was loved by a woman. And witness that woman love my 3 sons. That woman protect them. So I understand again what a woman gives. And even in the one sporadic relationships or whatever I've had all the years, women generally loved and cared for me. So, I know how they should be treated. I know how they should be cared. I understand why they should be protected. So when you grow up in a home that a woman tells a young girl, go and sleep with a nasty old pig, nasty old swine, you know something is wrong there with those people. But here I say, one girl, the man tells she, he can rub it thing when she never push it in. The girl was here yesterday and telling me, he never push it in. Aaron, I can call me back just now. We can talk just now. And so when she tell me this story, I called child protection yesterday and I said, the person who's dealing with it, you don't have to mention name, these people are just doing their job. And there are laws surrounding how you take a statement and how investigation is done and the process and so on. And I said, man, if a girl tell you, it's 3 sisters, so one left the home and she say how the man rub shit thing and so it's abuse, then they invite the other 2 with the family with the people they're with, and they said no, nobody never molest them because they're underage, they're young girls, right? But one girl is saying this lady used to tell she go in the room with the old man. Now this is a facilitator of molestation. These girls should not be around such a person, whether they were molested or not. Who knows if they were coerced into saying no, they were not molested? Who knows if they were told how they got left on the road in the street? If this family broke up. So I was told by the Ministry of Child Care and Protection that they're investigating based on the report received. So obviously the report received that would leave them there is that they said, no, we were never molested. Were they tested? Were they tested? Was a kit done? Whether they're molested or not, there is one victim who left the home who's claiming that the woman at the center of the home that's got your father sleeping with the young girls. Different people going in the room on different night. So I don't know what the extent of the investigation is or where it's at. What I know, the baby party got broke up yesterday. So I received a call and the young man said, well, we are I said, you investigate and I talk it. You investigate and I talk it. And I might not be the ideal person. I would want to think we have to get a social worker, a program with a social worker that people could call and get advice. You understand? We have to get somebody with a social worker's background who would have an in-depth understanding of how to deal with these kind of things, with a little bit of showmanship in them, to be able to bring people out and have a conversation start here. Right? So that is the story of the 3 young girls in the home on the West Coast. Now, if the Child Care Protection Agency does not address this, I'll have to have the individual talk her story herself. She's 18 now and she could more than talk her story. I wouldn't show her face, but I could tell you, if you hear her story, what tear walls in your mind and your heart. You understand? If the Child Care Protection Agency does not address this adequately, and immediately, I will have the victim do an interview with me where we all see and hear the horror story of the old nasty swines of Metamirzar. I plan to go up there. And I give me a little, because I would go berserk ape shit up in there. You see, me want to go up there, because me know for deal with things like that. You understand? I see a woman get a beating. I see a woman get a beating for bread. Right? Watch this. She getting beat for eating a bread. What we gonna do with that poor for them old swines? Watch you getting kicked all in your head for being hungry and trying to get something to eat. Yeah? Kicking your head for trying to get something to eat. I wanna know how we gonna treat old swines. There's a bread she trying to eat there. Yeah? If there's how people get treated for hungry and want to eat, how are we treating people who molesting little girls? How do we treat them? The world is a hard place. Harsh place also. The funny thing, it doesn't have to be this way. It does not have to be this way. I can tell you around me, I take care of my people. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Critic. Really, really sorry on your topic this morning with the 3 girls. It really hit me a lot. And I would say from my point of view, I have 3 boys. I don't have girls. I have 1 stepdaughter, which I mind from 1 year, 11 months. But basically me, as a parent, if I had girls, and I find out even if they marry or not, whether the husband take them and try to treat them bad, I don't know how the car sharing, honestly. I don't know.
How will you treat if those kind of actions?
I don't know how I gonna
no, but here. You say you have a stepdaughter.
Yes.
Should be like your daughter. How do you treat that case?
Just like my own.
Beautiful. So that is enough said. You have not given birth to her. She has not been brought forth by your womb.
No.
But she's entitled to be treated a certain way because you're a mother and you care.
And I just be so scared with her. I went for she to go to school, come back. I am okay with that. But for me hearing these things where men, where a big man or a woman going to encourage a child to go and sleep with her father, she had by. You know, these things really, really get you so much that it pains you, it hurts you to see that. All right, no, this is not my child, but I'm taking care of her, and I just like my own, and I therefore like where you have people or someone going to take advantage of her. I ain't seeing that in my shoe at all.
I hear you, ma'am.
Even to others.
And I want to thank you for your input. I hear you.
Yeah, thank you too.
So, I think we got to be more humane. And I was telling you about this story where, Chief Whip aired yesterday in posting something. And let me tell you how people are affected. And I told him yesterday, we had a conversation, not to beat up on him, but to share what transpired and how it affects people. Now, in the operation room, in our operation room at TBN Studios, there are 2 black youths and 1 Indian. And I can say they all try their best. It's not easy working with me. It's a very demanding job because I expect the best all the time. That's why I'm here today, because I give the best all the time. So what was upsetting for me is my staff sending out a memo saying, don't bring. No, remember, they got 2 blacks and an Indian in the operation room. Not the Indian one. The blacks ones them now, because there's the main man. The operations manager here. Production manager here is a black youth. The man who does lead up everything, black youth. Right? The support is an Indian youth. So imagine you sending out and saying, don't let them come with yellow or green, not knowing, they're not conscious, totally unconscious. And then to turn up and see a big episode like this. And when I saw it, I was in awe. Because I thought right there for them, they thinking, oh shit, the boss can think we cause a problem here, well. And, you know, how they're affected. How are they affected? Because they're looking, and you would want to think that this is a race thing, it's nothing. It's a genuine, and it's no mistake here on their part. You can't wear yellow and green in the studio. The light, the camera picks it up and extracts it. If I wear a green thing here, this whole thing here will turn invisible and you see red, the background straight through me. They didn't make a mistake. But in our leaders, their attempt to look for anything to make a problem. And I called Christopher, I said, bro, his thing, he said, yeah, Critic, I understand. And he put a thing, and I put it up too. Fairly done. So them boys trying to get something green to do an example. Right? They're going to show you. No, it was totally taken out of context. And once the information get out there, people believe. What it did, we have a program, a genuine program to educate our youth who don't have the opportunity.
Get the green papers. Get the green papers.
Well, let me see. Does it give a red to my face? You see that? This is a green marker. You see what's showing up in my face? My eyes start. It's a green marker and it shows red. It starts showing your background. Look at it in comparison to my hair. Right? And if I put my hand here, you can't see. You end up not seeing my hand. Right? Something is going to be missing. Well, let me put it in the area where we really got a red. You see that? It takes on the color scheme of wherever we are. It takes on that color scheme. Watch it. So now, cool. So the guys behind the scene. It's like there's a it's black youths. What are they to think? What did they do wrong? Where do you know how it affects? No, but I know people don't know, a lot of people don't know these things. But the way it's taken out of context, but forget about all of that. Ask yourself how it affects my staff. And they're thinking, oh God, like anything is a problem. They're genuine there. Do you know? Do you know when people start call and in the comments start cussing David Hines and talking like anything? Nigel said it's not, they just call me right away and say, boss, give me access to things so we can start blocking these people. They're genuine in what they're doing. What are you doing there? What are the politicians doing out there, man? Fudging up the place, buddy. Let me take extra caution when we put in information. So the little girls, we got to deal with the issue. The Child Care Protection Agency, the girl came back yesterday. After they call you now. Child Care Protection. They said they were busy because they're getting up some grant for help disabled. I don't fudging care. I don't fudging care. If the Child Care Protection Agency is getting up a grant, you know all the disabled people? You all find people to do those work. They have people to do those work. You want to do everything? You want to be a jack of all and a master of none? You got to find, if you got a list of names of disabled people, hire a firm that does things like that. Outside have firms that deals with salary and payment. You remember the EasyJet man as they used to do? You used to control payments for a hospital and they take the people them money and do your own stupidness. That's why they're in jail now. Remember EasyJet guy? The Guyanese guy? Yes. Don't be a jack of all trades. Child Care Protection Agency has to deal with how people getting molested and they deal with it right away. Disabled people, yes. It is the agency that covers that. They know all the disabled who they are. But you submit that list to somebody who deals with finances. That in tune is more job creation. That in tune is transparency. Because one body got a list who they sanitize, revise, and everything else. And then they hand that list to somebody else and say, pay these people so much money a month. And when the budget comes on a yearly basis, people don't have to be, oh God, no. Girls getting molested and you go to child care, they're busy dealing with disabled people. People don't care about your problems. It's a human thing. People don't care about your problems. They care about solutions. And how you reach that solution, that's your business. Me, I didn't care about hearing your problems. Right? So let's revisit it. And I tell you yesterday, I received a call, whereas one of the individuals said they are investigating. Then I received another call from the victim suggesting that she was reached out to by the Child Care Protection Agency and they have updated the investigation. So it is going on. My worry is, how long? Is there any truth in any of this? What time period will we take to find out that? Can the girls expect justice? Are they lying? So, I have been over my time this morning, but I think it was needed. I needed to take the time off. Today is obviously not my day. It's hard for me with all the information that I've received. Anybody has video, the guy that did the live, the police guy that did the live last night, that was recently caught in a yard with drugs, has made some damning revelations, please send it to me. I received many messages and calls this morning. But if you have the video, send it to me. The number is 622-7740. As you know, my life is an open book. And no matter who, what, or where, we have to get it addressed. Right? Yeah, I want the live. I want the video. There's a live video. I want the whole video. Again, in closing, I want to remind you that this is not the way to treat anyone. Not your dog. Scarlett, let's do some things. Scarlett damaged Miguel's slipper, bite up his slipper. Right? Scarlett, do some things. But this is not the way to treat anyone.
Toby.
Not even your dog should be treated this way.
Smarty.
Just if you don't understand, if you're not educated, not even your dog should be treated this way. And that is my closing. Take care. Peace out.